Alright guys, this is going to be a serious video. I'm going to share with you the mindset shift that I adopted to start getting some results with my business after 2 years. So, first I'll give you a little bit of context very briefly. I started looking at online businesses when I think I probably would have seen one of Iman Gadji's videos, and I started looking at his story and I'm like, damn, he made so much money so young. He was a millionaire at like 18. That's crazy. And me as a 16-year-old at the time, I was like, so does that mean I can make that much money? Yeah, of course I can make that much money. I can make that much money for sure. I'm going to start learning business. I'm going to do that. I'm fuck school. And I dropped out of school and I started learning online business. So I started looking at all the different business models, e-commerce, SMMA, because that's what Iman Gadji was into, affiliate marketing, copywriting, and I think that was it. And then like crypto and stuff, whatever. But started e-commerce. That lasted for about 48 hours until I came up to the part where I had to create a payment processor, and I couldn't create the payment processor because I was underage at the time. I couldn't set up the payment processor because I was underage. So I move on to the next thing, which was copywriting. So I started learning copywriting in June of 2023, and I've stuck with copywriting ever since. I haven't looked at any other business models. I've looked at other business models, but I haven't pursued any other business models. And that's very intentionally. It's very intentionally because I probably heard somewhere that you should just stick with one thing. And if you stick with one thing long enough, it'll work. And quite frankly, if you guys haven't noticed yet, I've got quite a big fucking ego. So I couldn't accept defeat from copywriting. With Shopify, I was like, all right, whatever. I actually legally can't do it. I don't have an overage bank account. I don't have one, right? So I moved to copywriting and I couldn't accept defeat. And I can wholeheartedly say that my ego has saved me from, not that I ever would have failed, ego kicking in. Not that I ever would have given up, but maybe switching other business models. I looked at copywriting in the frame of, if I stop doing copywriting, if I stop consuming copywriting material, I'm technically quitting copywriting, which I can't do. My ego's too big for me to quit. Bug. Become like a moth to a lamp. Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh, he's gone. I hit him with my finger. Sorry, guys. I hit him with my fingernail. Anyway. He's over there dying. Fuck's sake. He didn't deserve that. Anyway. So my ego was too big for me to quit copywriting. And for a long time, for about a year and a half, I had soft quit. That's what it's called. You're soft quitting something where you're still doing it, but you're not trying. You've quit. You're done, but you're still doing it. You know what I mean? Most people soft quit life when they clock into their 9 to 5 every day. Tired, bad health, not wanting to be there. They've soft quit on their dreams. I'm still working every day, but they're going nowhere. They've soft quit. They probably soft quit when they were fucking 20. Anyway, so I soft quit for quite a while. And it was only my ego that got me through. And I don't tell you guys too much about my personal life, but some things happened in my family and my mum needed support, and she still does to this day, financially. So that's why if you guys go back to day 1 of Trench Mode, if you look at my Trench Mode day 0 video, you'll look at me and you can see in my character, in my figure, in my face, in my tone, just the vibe of the video is quite not sad, but it's fucking miserable. It's a miserable vibe. So I was in a shit place when I started Trench Mode. And why did I even start Trench Mode? I started Trench Mode because after having 2 copywriting clients before trench mode that failed horribly. I had one lady who was a single mum of 2 and was completely dead broke and wanted to start a massage business. I helped her set up a Google business profile. I helped her set up her website, tried to get her some more bookings with some Instagram posts. But once I figured out she couldn't pay me and she couldn't give me any money, I was not going to work for free. So I moved on to my second client. 3 months later, I landed another client who was a business-to-business guy. He sold business consumables to other businesses. So like fucking hand towels, paper towels, toilet paper, floor cleaner, window cleaner, like surface cleaner, boring shit, like all of the consumables for a business. And I couldn't really provide value there, but once again, my ego was just fucking huge. So I was like, no, I'm going to find a way to provide value. Not knowing that I was like just wasting my time. I didn't want to accept. I thought accepting that he's a bad client is me accepting defeat. So I stuck around for way too long. I worked for him for 4 months. 4 months. That's 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 120 days. And at the end of it, I got paid $500. That's less than $100 a month. No, sorry. That's around $100 a month. Ridiculous. That's like below slave wages. That's less than what a Chinese worker at a sweatshop would get paid. That is like slave wages. Fast forward, that ended in November of last year, 2024. Fast forward to January 16th. I had no momentum, no clients, no contacts, nothing, no fucking money. And I was just fighting and like training and fighting. And I was just fucking miserable. I was like, this sucks so much. Like, I don't believe in depression as a condition that you just catch from the air. I don't subscribe to that. But I was well and truly fucking miserable because I've got these big ambitions, but my actions weren't matching up with my ambitions, and my ambitions demanded some serious fucking action. So I decided, all right, I'm going to create a fake phase. I'm going to create a made-up phase, and I'm going to call it trench mode, because what I'm going to do is just cause a bunch of shit to happen and then force myself to where the only option is for me to figure it out. Because I know how big my ego is, and I know that if someone's expecting me to give them the certain result or a certain outcome, I'll most likely find a fucking way to get that outcome because I care about how I look in their eyes. So I started trench mode. You guys can go back to day 0 of trench mode and you can see it all happen. I started trench mode, and that was the first time in my life I have ever locked in. That's the first time in my life I have ever actually seriously tried with the attitude of I've got nothing to lose and fuck it, I'll just figure it out. I was at rock bottom. Rock bottom. I've got nothing to lose, and I'm just going to make a bunch of shit happen. I'm going to email a bunch of people, and I'm just going to fucking figure it out. And that mindset shift it's pivotal in anyone's success story. And it's when you finally put your foot down and you start taking things seriously. When you say enough is enough, enough of the excuses, enough of the stalling, enough of the cowardice, when you decide to just charge at the enemy head first, you'll figure out it's not that bad. I can't remember who said it. I think it was Alex Hormozy. He said, fear it's knee deep, but he said it's like it's knee deep, but it's a kilometer wide. Something like that. It seems really big, but when you're in it, it's not that bad. And that's really what I figured out with trench mode. I figured I didn't actually think that I could pull it off. I didn't believe that I could pull it off, but I was coming at it from the attitude of, fuck it, let me try my hardest and I'll figure it out. I've got nothing to lose. Let me just try as hard as possible. Surely I can't fail. Surely I can't fail if I try hard enough. And that's exactly what I did. And, day 16, money hit my bank account. I got paid for the first time ever properly. Where it wasn't months of work beforehand. So, month 1 of actually trying, I made $300. Expected, right? That makes sense. Month 2 of actually trying and of actually being half locked in because I kind of fell off the horse in March. Month 2, I made $1,200, even though I fell off the horse. And month 3, today is day 1 of month 3. Today is day 1 of month 3. I started this on the 16th of January. Right now it is the 17th of April. And just this morning, so far, on day 1 of month 3, you guys can't see what that is. That's $500. $500 has hit my account. I've landed a new deal this morning. Well, I finalized a new deal this morning. I actually landed the deal yesterday, but deals aren't real in my world. I don't start working until some money hits my fucking bank account because then I know that I'm not going to work for 4 months and not get paid. I've made that mistake before and it's not worth it. Trust me, guys. You just feel like you're a slave to your client when you're literally not getting paid. Do not do it. Don't do it. Just have some trust in your ability to exert your human will on a situation and get the outcome you want. Force the outcome you want out of the situation. When it comes to business, trust me, you can force your outcome. You can make it happen. The universe physically can't resist you if you do enough. Like, you have to get serious. I remember my copywriting mentor, he said it a while ago. And I'm talking like 2 years ago. He said, you just got to go out and rip the fucking face off the world and take what you want from it. And it's so true. You just have to go out there and cause things to happen. Cause your email to end up in business owners' inboxes. Go out there and cause your phone number. Go and cause a business owner's phone to start fucking ringing. And when he answers, make it you. You're calling him. You can go out and you can make things happen. You just got to realize that there's never going to be a right time. I touched on this briefly yesterday on my previous video, and I said that there's no point in learning all of the theory if you're never going to do the prac. It doesn't make sense. It's retarded. It's stupid. It's a waste of your fucking time if you're learning all of the theory and you're not doing any prac. It doesn't make sense. It's like people who train but don't spar and they want to be fighters. It doesn't make fucking sense. My attitude when I showed up to Muay Thai, I showed up on a Wednesday and I sparred 2 days later on Friday. There's people that I train with, or there's people that are in the gym and they want to be fighters. Yeah, bro, I want to fight one day. They've been training for 6 months and they've never sparred. Ever. I don't get it. But at the same time, I do get it because that's how I was watching from the sidelines. Just, oh, bro, I'm doing it. I'm a copywriter for fucking 2 years. Almost 2 years. And then within the first 3 months of locking in, I've made $2,000. Fuck. And like, that's so crazy to say because guys, it happens like that. Look, it's not easy, but it's not far. The first milestones that you need to hit, they're not far away. This is the easiest deal I've ever fucking landed. I sent one Loom outreach video. The next day, I was on a sales call with the guy. The next day, I close him on a deal. And the next day, the money hits my fucking bank account. 4 days. Easy. Done. It was the easiest deal I've ever landed. And it's because I've just been trying. And even with my just totally normal human fuck-ups in between, I fell off the horse for like 3 weeks. I fell off the horse for a while after my last fight. After my last fight, I was so focused on my fight, I forgot what it was like to keep on putting continuous effort into my client's business, into my client's marketing, And I forgot what it was like to be locked in business-wise. And so I just wasn't doing any business, and I just ended up fucking training for 5 hours a day for 3 weeks. And now I'm just smashing everyone up. I'm way better at fighting, but my business was struggling. So I get back on the horse, day 4 of actually trying, $500, boom, done. I went from earning $100 a month to 4 days of trying, $100 a day. That's a pretty big jump. Imagine where it's going to be in like a year from now. A year from now. There's thunder in the air and I'm harvesting the fucking energy. There's a lightning storm out at sea and I live close to the ocean. You see the power. You see the knuckles. Let's go. So guys, I might end this video here, but I just want to remind you that if you think you're working, but you're not doing the one task that is going to move your business forwards and actually get you results, you're not fucking working. You're stalling, you're being a huge pussy, you're being a coward, and you're failing your fucking bloodline, and God's frowning on you. That's why you're not getting any money for your work. If you were actually working, you'd be compensated. The universe would give you money. So guys, with that said, everyone goes through this stage. Everyone goes through the stage that I just explained. Everyone thinks that they're working until they realize, I've been working for 2 years now and I'm not making any fucking money. If you're not making money, you're not working. And once you start making money for working, you're not working unless you're making money. Trust me. I don't start working for a person until I've made some money. So guys, with that said, I'm going to leave this video here. And I've made it nice and long for in the future when my future fans and my future viewers, they can come back and watch this video. I understand where you're at right now. And if you're watching this video in the present and you've got big goals, you've got big ambitions, but you're not, if you feel like you're not moving forwards fast enough, it's probably because you're not. You're probably not moving forwards fast enough. And it's probably because you're avoiding the one task. There's usually one key task. There's one core task that moves your progress needle forwards. And most likely you're avoiding that one task. For me, for the longest time, it was outreach. I was avoiding outreach at all costs because I didn't believe I would be able to deliver on a project. This is me coming clean, guys. This is me being completely honest. I avoided outreach because I didn't think that I would have the capacity to figure out how to deliver on a project. I didn't think I had the capacity to actually figure out how to use Google Ads. I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I could organize myself. I didn't think I could do it. I didn't believe I could do it. And it wasn't until I went, you know what? What have I got to fucking lose? What's the worst? Some chiropractor in Melbourne doesn't like me? Boo-hoo. I fight. What's the worst that happens? What's a chiropractor going to do? So guys, realize that you've got nothing to lose, but that's not an excuse to put in low effort. Realize you've got nothing to lose and that you just need to go out and cause shit to happen. If you want something, if you really want it, you go out and do it. Realize you've got nothing to lose. Realize that you just have to take it one step at a time, slay one dragon at a time. Fight one person at a time. Conquer one kingdom at a time. Fight one battle at a time. Conquer each task one at a time. Focus on outreach if you got no fucking clients. Once you land a client, once a client's talking to you, focus on how you're going to get them on the sales call. Once the sales call once it's booked, figure out how you're going to fucking make the sales call go your way. If the sales call doesn't go your way, figure out the one task that you need to do, which is figure out how to get them on another sales call. And then focus on the next big task, which is figure out how to make sure the next call goes right. Okay, the next call has gone right. Now you got to figure out how to deliver your fucking service properly. Does that make sense? One problem at a time. You've got nothing to lose. Just go for it, because you're never going to figure out how to do it from the sidelines. You're never going to figure out what it's like to actually deliver on a project if you've got no fucking projects. So if you're watching this video and your business makes money, by working with other businesses, and you've got no businesses that you're working with, it should be pretty obvious what you need to do, and that's outreach. You need to outreach to some people, book some fucking calls, figure out how you're going to land them as a client on the call. While you're on the call, you need to reach down in your pants, feel your fucking balls, strap your nuts on, and name a price. Bang. Now you're getting paid for your service. And then you got to figure out how you're going to deliver on it. Trust me, guys. When you slay one dragon at a time, you start making progress pretty fucking quickly. When you solve one problem at a time, it adds up very fast. Trust me. With that said, this video is getting long, so I'm going to end it here. My dad told me probably like once, don't die wondering. And it was when I decided to be a copywriter. It was when I decided to run a marketing business about a year ago. Well, go for it. Don't die wondering. Try it out. Go for it. That's what he said to me. And so I'm doing just that. I want to know what it's like to make $1 million a month. I want to know what it's like to generate millions of dollars for my clients. I want to know what it's like to drive the Lambo. I want to know what it's like to be on the yachts. I want to know what it's like to be the man. I want to know what the inside of a Pagani smells like. I want to know what it's like to drive a Bugatti. I want to know what it's like to be staying and to own the top floor penthouse and overlook the city. I want to know what it's like to shake the hands of the most important people of the world. I want to know what that's like, and I don't want to fucking die wondering. So I'm making it happen. And if you guys want the same, I suggest you do likewise. Strap your fucking nuts on. You've got nothing to lose. Go out and make some fucking shit happen. And accept that you're going to be confused, and you're probably going to fuck up your first couple of projects. It's going to happen. It's part of the game. Boo-hoo. Big whoop. Go learn how to fight. It's not that scary. Anyway, speak to you all soon.